Every head turns when you pass the light. Black dress moving through the cigarette haze. Got a man lost in 1,000 ways, trying to play it cool, but the truth comes through. Can't stop looking at you. The room fades out, the music turns low. One question burning that I need to know. Girl, what that mouth do? Got me on my knees looking up at you. Every little smile cuts straight through. Girl, what that mouth do? What stories does it tell? What secrets does it sell? What kind of heaven waits behind that view? Girl, what that mouth do? Midnight dripping from the edge of your eyes. Danger wrapped in a perfect disguise. Every word lands slow and deliberate, making self-control difficult to maintain. The city keeps spinning somewhere outside, but in this moment nowhere else survives. Just the sound of your voice moving through the room, like a slow burning fuse. No need for promises tonight. No need to make it complicated. Just curiosity and desire meeting in the dark. Girl, what that mouth do? Got me on my knees looking up at you. Every heartbeat pulling me closer to the truth. Girl, what that mouth do? The rain keeps falling on the avenue. The neon paints the...
Yo, self-made. What is up, my brother? What is up? How you been? How have you been? Guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Hope you guys had a good Monday. Welcome to the Monday night live stream. We have a good amount of TikTok videos to react to tonight. Right? We have a good amount. So tonight I will be reacting to just some TikTok videos, right? Bit of change, right? For the last couple of live streams, I've been talking about race, right? It's I like talking about it, right? It's an issue that is important to me as well. So I'm sorry if I talk about race or if I'm talking about other stuff that is not necessarily dating or women in a sense, right? Sometimes, so but tonight we have a bunch of different videos to react to, so it'll be fun, I think. I always like to react to videos, so hopefully you guys will enjoy too. We will be reacting to a bunch of TikTok videos, right? So yeah, that would be fun. All right, let's get started. Let's get started. All right, so I got a bunch of TikTok videos. that I want to react to. So let's start.
You guys, I literally just had someone stop me on the side of the road and tell me that I literally look like Ariana Grande. What the fuck? Oh my god, is it the hair? I think it might be the hair. Hey, that I made you love me. What? You guys, I literally just had someone stop me on the side of the road and tell me that I literally look like Ariana Grande. What the fuck? Oh my god, is it the hair?
Now, I wanted to include that, right? I want to include that. It's probably joking. It's probably ridiculous. It's definitely not true. I wanted to include that because I've said this many times before, right? I've said this many times before. I think that we are suffering from an ego problem in the dating market. I think we are suffering from an ego problem, right? I think modern day women are egotistical. I think average to below average women, not all, right? I don't believe all of them, of course, but I believe a good amount of them, if not half of them, the majority, 51%, have an ego problem. They are average or average at best, yet in their mind, they're better than you. Right? We have a problem with women that think that average ass women that think that they are better than average men, right? Average women or below average women or below average women think they are better than the men that are within their dating level. I think that is the problem. So I want to include this delusion just to, get the blood flowing. Let's check this one out.
Got a question for men out there. If you were dating a woman for like 5 or 6 weeks and you guys decided to make it exclusive, but at the same time she told you, hey, I'm not really ready for a title or an actual relationship, I think that would actually freak me out right now, but I just want to make sure that you're not dating anybody else and that we're seeing each other exclusively and focusing on this. If a woman were to tell you that, what would you do? Would you continue to try to plan dates, or would you back off a little bit? What would you do? Got a question.
What would you guys do? What would you guys do? Now, here's the thing. Women like that, they're looking for something better. Women like that want to keep you on the string, right? On the line. They want to keep you as their safety net. Right? They like you. You have good qualities that they like, but they think that they could get better, right? They think that there's a chance to get better, right? There's probably a better man out there. So no strings, right? You don't call him, you're not going to call, she's not going to call you her boyfriend. You can't call her your girlfriend. So now she could talk to other people with essentially not saying that, oh, do you have a boy? If a man of her ideal, right? Her ideal man comes across, and he said, oh, do you have a boyfriend? She said, no, I don't. She's telling the truth, right? That's what a lot of these women, I think, want. They want it casual, but in a weird way, it's like commitment casual, right? Like you're not seeing anybody. You're not seeing anybody. Yeah, it's casual. Absolutely ridiculous. This is women trying to keep you as a safety net. This is why synonymously women have a friend zone, right? A male friend zone. Whole bunch of men that can potentially, if ever needed, if ever she desires, right, can be her safety net, can be the man that she will finally settle for. That's great.
Women in China cannot find partners, but they're not struggling to find men. They're struggling to find men they actually want. I have a lot of girlfriends in China.
Really? You gotta post it. Was it online? Was it a video debate? I would love to check it out. I would love to check it out. You know, I gotta try. I gotta see if YouTube has any. I mean, like, I didn't see anything, right? But I gotta check it out.
Who go on date after date, but they Women in China cannot find partners, but they're not struggling to find men. They're struggling to find men they actually want. I have a lot of girlfriends in China who go on date after date, but they leave almost all of them very unimpressed. Because most women are very independent, they're making their own money, they're building their own lives, and the men that they're meeting are just not adding enough to make the relationship worth it. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think this is not just a China problem. This is everywhere I go. Netherlands, US, Australia, women everywhere are telling me the same thing. I would rather stay single than be with a man who makes my life harder. So I think that the standard is starting to raise, not only in China, but really everywhere. Women
Everywhere that feminism has poisoned. The women are suffering everywhere that feminism has poisoned. Right? I said that this is why do you think the first video I showed, right, was that of that woman? Right? Why do you think? Because of this delusion. Okay? You think that you are better. Alvi, what is up, my brother? Anyway, I can get a quick update. What do you mean? No, I'm just reacting to videos, right? I'm just reacting to a bunch of TikTok videos. So it's not like anything continuous, not like any long thing, right? So just reacting to some quick TikTok videos. What's up, my brother? Hope you're doing well. Missed ya. It's been a while. Yeah. This is the problem with a lot of women. Okay, well, this is what I showed at the beginning. Average women thinking average men are beneath them. They're too good for average men. Your independence mean what? Your independence means what? This is the thing where women think that I'm independent. I have a job. I have a degree. I make my own money. You're essentially a fucking adult. You are an adult. That's it. You are an adult. So now when you're interacting with other adults, they're beneath you because they can't elevate your lifestyle. Bitch, you don't get a person, right? You don't find a partner to elevate your lifestyle. You find a partner because you love that partner, because you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. Not because, you know what, they can add to your lifestyle. They can improve your lifestyle. It's like, what? Absolute ridiculous.
China cannot find partners, but they're not struggling to find men. They're struggling to.
And this is the thing where women in China, yeah, women all over the place. This is happening, right? The leftover women. Women, I've done plenty of videos of women in China, right? These are average at best women, average at best women, and when you hear their standards, they want above average men. These are average at best women, and when you hear their standards, they want above average men. The men that you want, other women also want. You're not the only one. So this is the thing where this is the situation. The men that these women want don't want them because they're below average. The men that do want these women, they think that they're too good for these men. I've said this before. Let them suffer. Let these women suffer. My brothers, get a passport, travel the world. Travel the world. Even the men in China should be doing that too, right? Even the men in China should be doing that too. This is why it's slowly, right? Slowly happening in China. I've seen some videos, right? MGTOW, passport bro, right? A bit of Redpill is slowly seeping into China. Seeping into these other countries.
Men they actually want. I have a lot of girlfriends in China who go on date after date, but they leave almost all of them very unimpressed. Because most women are very
It's like this is the issue, right? This is the problem with dating. This is why chivalry is dead, being a gentleman is dead, all this shit is dead. This is why people want to go 50-50 and shit. We have to impress you, right? It's not that this is a thing where it's the impressing instead of, you know what? He has good qualifications, he has good values, he has good morals, you know, he's okay looking, he's decent looking, he has a job, he has a roof over his head, he's not begging you for bill money, right? He's commitment minded, right? He wants to be a good father. He wants to wants a kids. He wants to be a good husband, right? Things that, you know what, it's like good qualities. But this is the thing where I want to impress you. I've said this before. Okay. There's a difference. There's a difference between a woman going on a date with someone she likes and someone that needs to impress her. One, if someone she likes, right? She wants to go on a date just to confirm, right? It's the date will be easy because conversation will be flowing, everything will be easy because she likes you. She wants you. Now, a woman that all good, my brother, all good. A woman that wants you to impress her, she doesn't like you. She doesn't like you. She's giving you a chance to change her mind. She's giving you a chance to change her mind. Do you know the uphill battle to change a person's mind, particularly a woman, right? The uphill battle, right, to change a woman's mind is insane. You will fail. You will fail 80 to 90% of the time. It's so useless effort. It's useless effort. Okay? Because she's not interested in you. Now you have the challenge of changing her mind to be into you. F that shit.
Very independent, they're making their own money, they're building their own lives, and the men that they're meeting are just
Independent, making money, building their own lives. You're a fucking adult. You're an adult. Nothing about how you be a good wife, how you be a good mother, how you treat a man, what's your values, what's your principles, nothing deeper, right? Shit like you're an adult. This is the thing, right? This is the problem with average women. This is the problem with modern day women. They think being an adult is it's increased their standards.
not adding enough to make the relationship worth it. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think this is not just a China problem. This is everywhere I go. Netherlands, US, Australia, women everywhere are telling me the same thing.
This is what this is, if I can tell men to do anything, right? I don't do prescriptions, right? I don't usually do prescriptions. But if I could tell men to do anything, let them go. Let women go, right? Don't force them. Don't get mad, right? Don't get upset. Don't get sad. Let women go. Let these modern feminists go, right? You think you're a strong, independent, boss bitch? Go for it. Let these women go. Don't date them. Don't bother them. Don't be gentlemen. Don't be chivalry. Don't be chivalrous. Let these women be. What you do is level up yourself. Focus on yourself, right? Focus on for your own happiness, not for someone else, right? Focus on bettering your mind, your body, your wealth for yourself. Get a passport. Travel the world. Because there's plenty parts of this world that is not filled with these feminists, right? It's not filled with these average ass women with high ass expectations.
Rather stay single than be with a man who makes my life harder. So I think that the standard is starting to raise.
I think that the problem, right? It's not that these men will make your life harder. It's that these men will make your life easier, right? If you are getting with a fellow adult, right? A man that takes care of himself, that can provide for himself, right? That can feed himself, right? It's like, what makes your life harder? What will make your life harder? He's already taking care of himself while he's by himself. What will make your life harder? The issue is not necessarily making your life harder. It's not making your life easier. That's what these women want.
Only in China, but really everywhere. Women in China.
And here's a good example. Here's a good example of what I'm talking about.
Okay, like you sent me like 100 messages and like, okay, like you sent me like 100 messages and like 40 missed calls. Like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on?
No, not everything's okay. I'm having an emergency. Like, why didn't you pick up when I called? Everything is overdue. My wax is overdue. My nails are grown out. My roots look like shit. And I lost access to my License to Glow membership. Like, can you handle this?
I'm at work right now. Like, you know that. What even is License to Glow? Like, what is that?
It's my monthly subscription that I pay for so I can get unlimited beauty services. I have the bronze membership and it's only $99 a month. Like, can you just pay for this? I'm late to my appointment and
Nah, we're done. Okay, like you sent me like
I love that. I love that. Yo, I love that man stand on business. Women want men to make their life easier. But God forbid a man has the same kind of view. Right? God forbid a man has the same expectations as you, right? Here's the thing, right? Just like the last woman, right? Oh, he's going to make his life harder, right? Make your life harder. Let's say when women think that men are going to make their life harder, it's probably cooking and cleaning. Okay. So you, right, expect a man to make your life easier, but God forbid a man expects you to make his life easier. Oh my God, you got to cook and clean for him? Ah, that's terrible. Yeah, let's throw that out. But yet, $99 a month for beauty shit? I'm sorry. Did you look at this woman? She's fucking average at best. Right? I don't know what she's gonna do with all the I don't know. Let me double check. Let's double check this shit. Ah, okay. Well, is it that much better? Not really, right? Still kind of average at best. I think with makeup, she probably ups to a 6. Right? Without makeup, she's like a 4 to 5, right? Great. You got to spend $99 a month for your girl to just look cute. A 6, right? For your girl who's a 6, who's like a 5, a 4 or a 5, to look cute, look like a 6. Is that worth? Is that worth $99 a month? Plus, she just said for that membership, she for all the other shit too. Hell with that. I ain't spending $100 just for you to look semi better, right? It's not like that. It's not like you're turning a 5 into a 10. I'm sorry. She doesn't like
100 messages and like 40 missed calls. Like, is everything okay? Like, what's going on?
No, not everything's okay. I'm having an emergency. Like, why didn't you pick up when I called? Everything is overdue.
It's like huge jaw, huge nose. I just not decent features. And again, I'm not saying I'm anyone special, but I'm not asking anyone to pay me $100 a month, right? For my upkeep, right? I'm not demanding money to look better. So, and again, this is the thing, right? This is what women are asking for, right? When women are saying that, you know what, they're strong, they're independent, they're making their own money, they're doing all this shit, why would they need a man to make their life harder? Right? They could just be by themselves. It's like shit like this. They're not thinking about a man making their life harder. They're thinking about, will this man make my life easier? Will this man give me the lifestyle I want? That is what these women are trying to do, right? This is what these women are talking about. Are you going to make my life easier? Are you going to give me the lifestyle I want? Bitch, you're average at best. Who do you think you are? Andrea Lima? Who do you think you are? Scarlett Johansson? Who do you think you are, right? You are average at best. Women are all these average ass women think they deserve the lifestyle of, like, I don't know, a fucking supermodel. Tell them to call the bear. Exactly. Let's check this one out.
So you're basically telling me that you're not going to celebrate my birthday with me?
Yeah, I told you I already canceled the flights, I canceled the hotel reservations, I canceled everything. Just don't want to deal with it tomorrow.
I'm just so confused. Like, why are you doing, like, it's my birthday. Like, it's once a year. Like, you know how excited I was for it? Like,
Werewolf, thank you for being here. Sean, thank you for being here, my Monday. My brother.
We can celebrate it at some other point, just not tomorrow. I told you, I'm a little bit fed up with the whole social media situation. Like, I told you I wasn't comfortable with it at this point. Like, the social media marketing and all the videos that you're posting that are making me, painting me out in a bad light and just
Okay, but okay, are you seriously gonna cancel my birthday and like celebrating it because I post the videos? Like, what?
It's because I've been telling you about it and you don't seem to care. Like, I'm not canceling your birthday. Like, you can still do your birthday. I'm just telling you I'm not going to be involved in any plans.
So you're basically telling me that you're not gonna celebrate my birthday with me?
Yeah, I told you I already canceled the flights. I canceled the hotel.
Flights and hotel. Women are just using men for a lifestyle. They don't give a shit about. I'm not saying all women, right? But let me be honest. When I say women, I believe at least 51% of them. At least, right? So it's the majority of women, right? Maybe a small majority, maybe a larger majority. But at the very least, 51%. Women only care about you giving them a lifestyle. Yes, it's like, here's a woman, right? Is essentially using her man as a pay pig for her lifestyle, right? As a sugar daddy for her lifestyle. And he doesn't want her to post shit about him, right? But she's doing that anyway because she's using him as to show off her lifestyle or complain about a boyfriend. It's like, this is the problem with so many modern women, okay? Not all, but a lot of them. They're using a lot of these men for just content. That is it. They're using these men for content. And then when you get a certain man that like he's fed up with it, yeah, you cross the boundary.
Reservations, I canceled them. Just don't want to deal with it tomorrow.
I'm just so confused. Like, why are you doing? Like, it's my birthday. Like, it's once a year. Like, you know how excited I was for it. Like,
we can celebrate it at some other point, just not tomorrow. I told you, I'm a little bit fed up with the whole social media situation. Like, I told you I wasn't comfortable with it at this point. Like, the social media marketing and all the videos.
And now, to prove his point even more, she's recording it and uploading into her on her page. Yo, Ethan, what is up, my brother? What is up? We're holding women accountable, right? We are blasting women's delusions, hypocrisies, and irresponsibilities, and just insanities.
You're posting that are making me, painting me out in a bad light and just
okay, but okay, are you seriously gonna cancel my birthday and like celebrating it because I post the videos? Like, what?
It's because I've been telling you about it and you don't seem to care. Like, I'm not canceling your birthday. Like, you can still do your birthday. I'm just telling you I'm not going to be involved in any plans.
So you're basically telling me
he should leave. He should leave. Yes. She crosses boundary. I mean, again, men need to have strong boundaries, right? Men need to have strong ass boundaries. Not deal with these women. Not deal with the stupidity of these women. They cross your boundary, you let them go. That's it. Let's check out this one.
So I texted every guy that dumped me in the past 18 months, and this is what they said. So the number one complaint, where 33% of the men, I got 12 respondents, all complain about, is that I vaped. Number two was that I was messy, and my parents told me this was a problem, and I didn't believe them, and that's my fault. And then number three, two of them were like, you just didn't seem that into it. You seem kind of bored and like you were killing time. And I felt really awful because I wasn't that into it. But I thought that the way dating worked was that a man had to chase you, and it didn't matter if you seemed kind of like about it, because I thought if you were just pretty and nice and lower your standards enough that men would just chase you, because that's what men are supposed to do. And I was really, really wrong about that. And that took me a long time to learn. And then most of the other reasons were like, I was just really busy, which I didn't really think too much of. And then one guy was like, you did too many drugs. And I was like, I don't know what drugs you're talking about. And he was like, you take Ozempic. And I'm like, I don't think that's a drug. But, you know, I'm glad that you're telling me this because I know that we're not compatible because I love my GLP-1s and you can pry my terzepatide out of my cold, dead fingers. So I texted every guy.
So what did you say? In 18 months, 12 different guys. Yeah, you are a big ass red flag. That alone, right? If I was a 13 man and I knew she in a year, right? She couldn't make 12 different men, right? She was dating work. I'm good. I'm good. I'm not going to be the 13th. Right? I mean, like, obviously these men saw something, right? Obviously these men saw something that I need to see, right? These men saw something that I need to see. It's like absolute ridiculous. 12 different men in about a year, right? Little over a year.
That dumped me in the past 18 months, and this is what they said.
And 12 men that dumped you, right? Women don't really get dumped like that, right? 12 dumped you in a year. What are you? It's like you. The way she knew, like each relationship, she probably knew, or relationship, she probably knew them for 2 months. Probably a little under 2 months.
So the number one complaint, where 33% of the men, I got 12 respondents, all complain about, is that I vaped.
So 33% men, 12 respondents. Does that mean that there were more? Yeah, someone did the math, right? 33 times, right? 12 is just who responded. This woman is like, this is why I said this. I've said this plenty of times, right? I've said this countless times before. When women get older, they become bigger red flags. Why? It's because they've been through the gauntlet. Women have had so many options. So why is it at 40, you're still single? Why is it at 40, you're still in the dating market? Why? Because you are such a bitch. You either are attracted or you attract terrible men, and or you have a terrible attitude, a terrible personality, a bitch, right? This is the insanity. This is why I'm sorry. You if you're dating older women, you got to be weary, right? I'm not saying that older women are no, right? I usually date plenty of women my age, but you got to be more weary, right? You got to be more cautious. You got to be more strict. You got to be strict with your boundaries when you're dating women older, right? Usually 35 and above. You got to be more strict.
Number two was that I was messy, and my parents told me this was a problem, and I didn't believe them, and that's my fault. And then number three, two of them were like,
You can see the mess around her.
Like, you just didn't seem that into it. You seemed kind of bored and like you were killing time. And I felt really awful because I wasn't that into it. But I thought that the way dating worked was.
So she's, no wonder she's like, you know, she's dated more than 12 men. She's just dating to date. She probably liked none of these men, right? She probably wasn't interested in any of these men. This is the problem, right? I've said this before. Do not be the man she settles for. Do not be the man she settles for. Because how she settles for you is she bored, right? She's bored, and you were the last option, right? You ride the storm, right? So she got bored, right? And you better than all the other men that she was bored with. So she just settles for you. It's like, okay, she probably can't think about getting any better or whatever. She settled for you. But a woman like that will always get bored again, right? She will always get bored again. She will easily get bored again.
Is that a man had to chase you And it didn't matter if you seemed kind of like about it, because I thought if you were just pretty and nice and
chase you, right? So all she thinks is just be pretty and nice. Pretty much no effort. Exist, right? This is the problem with a lot of modern women, just thinking that they exist, that's good enough, right? I just need to exist. You, as the man, need to do everything to get me. You got to chase me. You got to put in all the effort. This is why they create one-way relationships, right? They create one-way relationships where this is why I've said the absolute stupidity. Oh, he needs to love you more. What do you get? You get shit like this, right? When the man loves you more, you're just bored of him. You just settle for him, right? You settle for him. You're bored of him, and then you wait, and if you find something better, you leave him. You divorce him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't be the man that loves the woman more.
lower your standards enough that men would just chase you.
And lower your standards enough. Lower your standards enough. What does that mean? She's not attracted to these men. When women say that they lower their standards, usually they're talking about their attraction standards. You're not tall enough. You're not good looking enough, right? You're not in shape enough. That is what women, when women say they lower their standards, that's what they're going to lower, right? It's like, fine, I can go with a medium ugly man or an ugly man or a short king. I can lower my attraction standards. Yeah, that's great. Knowing that a woman that you love, she's not that attracted to you.
Because that's what men are supposed to do. And I was really, really wrong about that. And that took me a long time to learn. And then most of the other reasons were
Hopefully she does learn it.
like, I was just really busy, which I didn't really think too much of. And then one guy was like, you did too many drugs. And I was like,
Oh, busy. I don't know. Maybe this is the thing where she's bored of these men. She's not interested in these men. She's not attracted to men. So guess what? She won't prioritize these men. I have, in my past, right? I've dated a few women that didn't prioritize me. I had to stop because it's stupid. I'm telling you, my brothers, right? I'm not saying you need to be number one. You should, right? If you're gonna make her number one, you should be number one to her. But at the very least, why aren't you number two? Why aren't you at least number three? A lot of times, right? A lot of times you're surprised. You'll be surprised. Women will make you dead last, right? Women will make you dead last on her priority list, right? You will go like you will be like shit under her cat, right? You will be under her, yeah, I don't know, fucking Pilates class, whatever, right? You will be dead last on her priority list.
I don't know what drugs you're talking about. And he was like, you take Ozempic. And I'm like, I don't think that's a drug, but
Ozempic is a drug. I mean, seriously, like all meds are drugs, right? All meds of any kind are drugs.
I'm glad that you're telling me this, because I know that we're not compatible, because I love my GLP-1s and you can pry my tirzepatide out of my cold dead fingers.
Oh, that's what do you guys think? This is the insanity of modern day women. This is what's out there, right? Again, this is not the majority of women, but I mean, this is not all women, but I believe it might be the majority of women, right? I believe this might be the majority of women. Guys, thank you for being here. Please like the stream. Please like the stream. Helps me out. Please like the stream. That's weird. How you guys doing? How are you guys doing? All right, help me out. Please like the stream. It helps out. All right. This story happened a little while ago, right? I forgot when. Probably last month, right? It happened last month, beginning of last month. So I wanted to talk about it. This is essentially why chivalry is dead, right? Or why men would just say, don't be chivalrous. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for modern day women, right? It doesn't make sense. All right, let's check this out.
I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all, leave these DV situations alone. You got to let them get beat. As fucked up as it sounds, you got to let them get beat.
You are not this guy right here. You're not him. You're not fucking him.
Just let it go. Let it. And then we got DC characters like Super Nigga right here. It amazes me to read so many saying it's best not to get involved. Since when has it become best for men not to get involved when it comes to protecting someone, especially a woman? Since it's been best not to lose your fucking life. What do you mean? I don't know. Maybe I want to see my child grow up. I don't fucking know. Maybe I still want to see my mom tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I have a life to live. What do you mean? Since when has it not been best? Over a stranger? I'll tell you what. This story is gonna pass, and the person's gonna see it on the internet, and they're gonna keep on scrolling. His life, what he threw away his life for what? For what?
Yeah, it's not like that woman, right? That he tried to save, right? And let's be honest, a lot of these DV cases, these women go back to the men, right? A lot of these DV cases, these women go back to these men. So you're telling me that I'm saying hypothetically, he loses his life and she goes back to the fucking to the motherfucker, right? He loses his life and she goes back, right? Or like like the baby daddy, right? He could be her baby daddy, shit like that, right? It's just right. Kind of read it, right? Eddie Ray Hill Jr., 48, died after being shot while trying to help a woman during a domestic violence confrontation outside of. Okay, who's gonna take care of his wife? Hypothetically, right? I don't know the story like that. Who's gonna take care of his family, his children, if he has any, right? His, like you said, his mother, his whoever. Who's gonna take care of his life, his family? She's not. She'll probably say thank you, and that's it. She won't like. You think she's gonna dedicate the rest of her life to him? No, right? No, I guarantee you, women like that will go online and say, "Oh, men ain't shit, right? Men are violent. Men are terrible. Men are cheaters, liars, and all that shit." Why try to? And again, I'm not saying like there was a comment that said, "Okay, call the police and move on." Exactly. Call the police. It is their job, not yours. It is their job to risk their life, not you. Right? It is their job to risk their lives for strangers. It's not yours. I'm sorry. When you have a growing generation of women that said they're strong, independent, they don't need no man, they rather pick the bear, men are terrible, men are violent, men are evil, men are gay in some cases, right? Men are sassy, men are terrible. All this shit on men movement, and then you want to lose your life for women like this, right? For this generation of women that don't give a shit about you, that don't care about you, that don't care about any man. Now you lost your life. Great. Right? Great. Now what? The world moves on. Right? Your family lost out. So do you even care about your fucking family? You don't. And this is the thing where chivalry, right, was during a time when women actually had the narrative that they were weaker than men, that they needed men, right? Women weren't putting down that, oh, I don't need no man, right? I can do it myself. Right? I don't need no man. That was the time where women needed men. Women knew the narrative that they were weaker, that the world was dangerous. So they followed men's leadership. So they respected men, right? They weren't out here disrespecting men. I just showed you, right? on my YouTube short, right? On my YouTube short of a woman, no context at all, right? No context at all, of a woman slapping a guy in a bar. She slapped him, screamed, walk away. The comment section is like, I agree. Oh, she did the right thing. I don't care about the context. You know, I'm on her side. Bitch. Now, it's like, why would you want to risk your life for modern day women? Why? If it's not your family, it's not a woman you know, you're an idiot.
Gotta let them get beat. As fucked up as it sounds, you gotta let them get.
You are fucking disgusting. This man lost his life because he tried to save the life of a woman. He put his life on the line, acted as a hero to save a woman, and you are on the fucking internet with his...
Real quick, because I ain't trying to argue. Are you going to send any money to his kids? You going to send his kids some money to make sure that they got money for the field trip? They got money to put food in their mouth? Whenever his mom want to call him, are you going to be there to answer his phone? Now, all that playing hero junk is cool. And it's cool like in movies and video games and TV shows. But when we're talking about reality, we have a child without a father, a wife without a husband, a mom without a son, a father without a son, because he wanted to get involved in other people's business, playing hero, like you said. But when his kid get married, he ain't going to be the one there. Right? When his kid graduates school, he ain't going to be the one there. When his kid need a car, he ain't going to be the one there. You play hero. You put your life on the line. I'm telling young men to not do that. Unless you're a cop or a firefighter, don't put your life on the line for nobody you don't know. Call the cops, stay safe, keep a distance, record if you can. You talking about he playing hero to save a woman. I thought men and women are equals. Are we not equals no more? No, I'm gonna call the cops, but I'm not putting my life on the line for anybody. Anybody that's not my wife, my kids, or a family member. I got too many people depending on me. Because I know for a fact, as soon as I take a bullet for somebody else, ain't nobody gonna be checking in on my family. Not a single person. Him telling young men to not get involved into a situation that has nothing to do with them is not condoning DV. So you go play hero. You go jump in front of a bullet for somebody else. Just because you're a woman does not mean that your life is more valuable than mine. And we'll see if people are still talking about you a couple years later. We'll see.
Gotta let them get beat. It's fucked up.
This whole shit with the hero shit. You won't remember his name after today. You won't remember his name, I don't know, after whatever. You won't give a shit. Hero? Do what? Is he going to feed his family with the title of a hero? Like he said, is his wife or mother or father, whatever, is going to... Eric, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining. Is it... Yo! Thank you, Brent. What is he going to do? My brothers, don't be a fucking hero. I'm sorry. It's not worth it. It is not worth it to be a hero to these modern day women. It's not. My body, my choice, my life. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
You might not agree with me on this. There's a good chance you won't. But Texas man dies trying to protect woman from her husband during a domestic violence attack. Now here's the part we might disagree on. As a man, and I teach my sons this too, you never jump in to protect a woman from a domestic dispute. If you want to help, you dial 911. Give the police the information. But you dial 911 and give the police the information while you're walking away from the situation. This man lost his life trying to play Superman. You never do that. I never get in between a man and a woman's business. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you feel.
Okay, so I got a question. Why is it that you only tell men what not to do when it comes to helping women?
Fuck do you mean? What? It's like, what else would he do? But he actually told men what to do, right? Call, not what not to do. He actually said, men, call the police. This is why women are too stupid. Not all women. I'm like, no, fuck it, right? Why you tell women right? That they shouldn't talk. Why you tell women to shut up? I'm sorry. Why do you tell women to shut up? Because they're stupid. They make stupid opinions. They have stupid opinions. I'm sorry. He literally said what to do. Call the police. He told you what to do. Call the police. And what not to do? Interfere in someone else's fucking business.
Okay, so I don't disagree with what you said at all.
You didn't even listen to what he said.
My problem is that's the only time you say anything. And I don't mean this gentleman personally, I just mean in general. Because when the young guy slammed the girl on her head for not giving her number, I didn't see any men talking about that. I didn't see any men saying, hey, young man, don't do this. I didn't see that at all. But when the black girl was taken out by her fiance or whatever, the white man.
Let me say this. One, right? This thing where men need to like fucking know every shit that happens to women. You're stupid. These are strangers, right? Men are not online as much as women are, right? Men are not in all these other women's business as much as women are, right? Unless you're a content creator, you're not that much focused on so many other people's shit. And here's another hard truth. You chose that fucking man, right? Or here's another thing. I'm saying in a domestic violence thing. The one where I didn't give the number, I don't remember that. I don't know about that. But here's the thing, okay? You should have had a man with you. You should have had your man with you. You should have had, you should, I'm sorry, right? Here's the thing, right? Even men experience violence. You cannot control it. You cannot stop it. You can't. Violence happens to everyone. Young, old, man, woman, black, white, Asian, it doesn't matter. Violence happens to us all. To think that we should talk about every single violence is absolutely ridiculous because it will be exhausting. It will be never ending. One name for you, Daniel Pena. I know that, yeah. Protected people on the subway got charged with murder. That's the thing, right?
On her birthday, I saw plenty of black men talking about that, saying, oh, well, see, white men aren't that great. But then when the black guy got taken out by his white girlfriend, when she was cleaning her gun and she got off, I didn't see black men talking about that. But then I saw black men talking about rodeo outfits. See, y'all love to talk about what we need to do, but you don't talk about what men need to do, only what they don't need to do.
What would men need to do in those situations? What would men need to do? Let's hear what she says. What do men need to do?
There's never a men, this is what you need to do.
He literally told you, call the fucking police. I'm sorry. You don't interfere. You just don't. I've seen situations, men can get stabbed, can get shot. And depending on a certain man, he can get beat up. Why should he get beat up for the stranger? I'm sorry. Yes, men need to mind their own business. It's just how it is. It's a sad world. But when you are strong and independent, you don't need no man. It carries, right? It's consistent. Be fucking consistent. Women need to be consistent with their narrative. Are you strong and independent? You don't need a man, or you fucking are you now needing a man? It's like make up your mind. Make up your mind. Are you strong, independent, and you don't need no man, or do you need men? On this app, right? Every time I say it, right? Women need men. You know how many women, right, come up to the woodwork and say that, no, we don't. We don't need men. We don't need men. You know how many times you see the conversation, right? You see the conversation online, even on TikTok, right? When they're debating this shit. Women constantly say, we don't need men. I rarely ever see a content creator, right? Or even women with big ass fucking mouth say that we do need men. Rarely.
But when it's women, this is what you need to do. And our women need to do this. That's what pandering is. You always say you're pandering.
That's not what pandering is, right? Pandering, it's like when your message towards who you're talking to, right, is essentially soothing to the ears. You're pandering to that person. If I'm telling you what to do and you don't like it, how am I pandering to you, right? If men are telling women what to do and not telling men what to do, how's that pandering to women? Who are you pandering to?
You're pandering. No, pandering is what you guys do, which is only talk about what you don't need to do, how you don't need to move, and how you just need to sit down and watch things go on. But when other folks do,
He literally, I swear to God, like women listen to react, not listen to understand. He didn't say sit there and watch. He said fucking walk away. He said walk away. Call the police and walk away. Literally, he didn't say for you to sit there and watch.
shit, all of a sudden you want to control people you ain't got no control over. You have no rights to. But when it come to y'all, you don't say shit. Don't say a goddamn thing. That's what pandering is.
That's not what fucking pandering is. That's not. If you don't say shit to a person, how are you pandering to that person? Literally, you got to say something to pander to a person. I've yet to hear an action to be pandering to a person. I mean, doing nothing. I've never heard that panders to anybody. I swear to God. I know so many intelligent ass women, right? I know so many smart ass women in real life. Why are women online so stupid? Why? It's like, I understand why, right? I understand why. Because you are giving takes, opinions, and thoughts with your emotions, not with your logic, right? You're not thinking it out. You're just spewing your emotions.
You're not my family. You're not someone I'm romantically involved with. You're not tall enough, handsome enough, rich enough, smart enough. I don't owe you a smile. I don't owe you words of encouragement. I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you any kind of gratitude. Men will hold the doors open for women and they won't even say thank you because I don't know you. The same way when you see a man down on his luck, you judge and laugh instead of offering him words of encouragement, speaking life into him. Why should I do that? That's a stranger. Things that don't cost you anything, you will not give to a man that you don't know, you don't want. But y'all expect these men who don't know you, don't owe you anything, and they have their own families at home that they need to get back to. Y'all expect those men to lay their life on the line for you when y'all can't even give them a hi, smile, or a thank you. Oh, okay.
Listen, what do you guys think about what she had to say? Listen, I 100% agree with what she's saying because it's just the truth. And this may not be the case for every single woman out there. We know that there are some respectable,
Laughing man, what is up, my brother? What is up?
women out there, but from what
Guys, please like the live. It helps me out. Please like the video.
we're seeing in this modern society with a lot
Look at that. That might be his daughter. Might be his daughter. Now she's fatherless. Or still, probably his child. That child is fatherless. Right?
of these younger modern women, I tend to see a lot of selfish, self-absorbed, entitled, mean, judgmental, too good for men type of women out here lately. And a lot of these women are very, very entitled.
Exactly. They're not. I mean, I'm sorry. I've said this before, right? You can't change society, i.e. feminism. Feminism has changed society drastically. You can't change society and not expect men to adapt, right? You cannot change society and not expect men to not adapt. Men have adapted. Men found chivalry, right, to be stupid, right? Being a gentleman is stupid. Providing and protecting for random fucking strangers is stupid. in modern day, it is idiotic to live in to have a traditional mindset, because how can how can a man be traditional when all the fucking women out there are modern? How can you be traditional? How can you be a traditional man and yet all the women you find out there are modern ass women? Even the traditional women are fake. They're covert feminists. Even the traditional women in the West, right? Even the traditional women in the West are covert feminists. You think they will follow your lead? They'll follow your lead until you make them mad, right? Until you make them mad, or you know what? They actually don't think you did. They will question your fucking decision. The feminism pops up, right? The feminism pops up. Until you do something that, you know what? I don't know, against abortion, whatever. Oh, the feminism pops up. Until you do something that she will disagree with, feminism pops up. She will not be traditional and trust your opinion 100%. Trust your leadership 100% because she's a covert feminist. Even the traditional women are fucking fake. In the West, right? Any country, any nation that has been poisoned by feminism, it is most likely the women are covert feminists. Even though I want a man that provides and protect. Well, provide and protect for who? A feminist? Fuck that. You believe in equality. So we're going to do 50-50, right? Partnership. Protect the provider, right? You will lay your life on the line for me, just like I would lay my life on the line for you. So it's equal, baby.
You know, to the men who are saying that Eddie Ray Hill Jr. was a simp for helping a woman in a domestic situation, that he should have minded his business, I hope you have that same understanding when it's your sister, your niece, your cousin, God forbid your daughter, your granddaughter.
Women would like to use these kind of arguments. I'm going to say this, right? I will respect the man, right? I will totally, right? It will be amazing, right? If a stranger protects someone that I love. Amazing. Will I expect it? No. Well, will I chastise the person who didn't protect the person I love? No. I don't. If I fail to protect someone I love, I hold responsibility for it. Right? I hold responsibility for it. I'm not going to blame, right, a stranger for not risking their life for someone I love. I'm not going to blame them, right? I'm not going to because this is a thing where I can't, right, say that men ain't shit, right? Men ain't shit. Men are trash. Men are evil. Men are gay. Men are all. I can't say all the shit about men and then say why can't men protect us? Saying he's a hero? Now what? Right? She's saying his daughter, your daughter, your mother, all this stuff. Okay, now what about his? What about his daughter? What about his mother? What about his aunt? What about his sister? Now what about him? Are you, right? Are you going to be a heroine and protect and provide for the women in his life?
If they are ever in a situation like that, God forbid, to where someone is beating the shit out of them and you have people who walk by them when they could have actually attempted to save their life and simply say, it's not my business. I hope you have that same understanding. And before any of you try to say, oh, well, my sister wouldn't do that, my mama wouldn't do that, my daughter wouldn't do that.
Who said it wouldn't do that? Right? Who said it wouldn't do that? I would say that I would protect them or call the cops. Every single man, right? Every single man that gave these reactions, and I believe much more, have always said, call the cops. Call the cops. No one's saying that sit there and watch. No one's telling men to sit there and fucking watch. Call the cops. It is not your duty to lay your life on the line for a stranger. I would hope that the stranger would call the cops to help for my family. For any women in my life, I would hope. I would be mad, right? That's what I would be mad at. You didn't call the cops, my brother? Why didn't you call the cops? I don't expect you to lay your life on the line. Why the fuck do you need to call the cops? That I would expect. The only thing a man should do and be expected to do, the only thing a stranger should be expected to do is call the cops. That is it. That's the bare minimum. Actually, that's the only thing. I'm sorry, right? Now, anything else you do after that, that's up to you, right? That's out of your kindness. But I would be devastated if someone lost their life because of protecting my family, right? I was like, because I'm not gonna I don't know, dedicate my life for his kids or for his mom and whatever. I'm sorry. I'm just, none of these people will remember his name after they make these fucking videos.
You don't know what they would do when you're in love. Love has a way of making you endure some stupid shit. No one is expecting to be in a DV relationship. Most of y'all have never endured what it is like to have someone who says they love you and strike you. So while you all are on your high horse about what the man shoulda, woulda, coulda did, you better hope and pray that nobody you love is in a situation like this and praying for Eddie Ray Hill Jr. to come. Because remember, he's a simp. You know, to the men who are saying...
Such, like, incredible idiocy into it, right? Are you donating to his family? What are you doing for him, right? He's such a hero. What are you doing? All you're doing is saying that more men need to be heroes. More men need to risk their lives for women. For what? Don't you see the propaganda? Don't you see the propaganda that women are trying to do? To get you to be a simp, right? To get you to be a simp. Oh, I'm just reacting to some videos, right? I'm just reacting to TikTok videos. But these particular videos is a man died trying to be a white knight, right? He stepped into a domestic violence situation and got killed.
What's up, y'all? So as I'm driving, I come to a light and I see this young lady pushing her car. I guess she had some sort of breakdown, mechanical issue, but she is literally pushing her car all by herself. Now, I'm thinking, with all these cars passing by, going about their way, you mean to tell me there aren't any men, any guys around who would get out and help this young lady? Like, come on.
Evil Eddie, what is up, my brother? What is up? Whiskey, thank you for being here, my brother.
Man, we gotta do better. Wow.
Here's this woman recording this other woman suffering and saying men need to do better. You are recording her and not even helping her. I swear to God, this is the issue, right? Women want men, right? Women want to put the responsibility on men. Women don't take that responsibility. Women aren't taking that responsibility. Women aren't putting their life on the line. Women are not putting their life on the line for other people. They're not. I'm sorry. They're not going out of their way for other people, but they expect men to. There was a time when she would have fathers, have a father, have brothers, have cousins, have uncles, have a man come to her rescue. Right? She would call her husband. Guess what? Guess what? You're strong, independent. You don't need no man. Your mom's probably a single mother who don't need no man, right? So really, if you have a history, if you have a life where you don't need no man, guess what? You're going to experience situations where you won't have a man to need.
What's up, y'all? So as I'm driving, I come to a light and I see this young lady pushing her car. I guess she had some sort of breakdown, mechanical issue, but she is literally pushing her car all by herself.
Bent at the knees.
Now, I'm thinking, with all these cars passing by, going about their way, you mean to tell me there aren't any men, any guys around who would get out and help this young lady? Like, come on, man. We gotta do better. Wow.
It's absolutely funny that women out here expect equality, right? Expect to be paid just as man, yet they still expect men to do shit, to treat them special, to treat them with kid gloves, to treat them differently, right? Men will do that for the other men too, right? Men, like, you be on your own. I'm sorry. Now, if there was someone out of the kindness of their heart to help, okay, but you're not obligated to help. No one should force you. No one should expect you to help. Yes, this is not 1905, right? This is not chivalry is dead.
Black women love to scream, we ain't got no protection. Who gonna protect black? Y'all, when people try to protect black women, they end up fucking dead. Y'all heard about that girl who got her 2 brothers killed because she called them over to the house when her and her nigga was getting into it, and they go over there to protect her. They end up getting unalive. Before you run to go protect anybody, get context. What exactly happened, and how did it start? Because a lot of black women put themselves in situations.
Evil Eddie, you are evil. You are evil.
To make a motherfucker want to beat their ass, and then they want to cry victim later on. Another reason why nobody is quick to jump and protect black women is because we look like we got it. We're loud as fuck like we got it. We also built up like we got it. Don't nobody feel the need to protect black women. And a lot of times y'all be wanting protection from shit you cause. If you learn to shut the fuck up, maybe other people won't handle you aggressively. But a lot of black women are very aggressive out in public. So the energy you give is the energy you're going to receive.
And if you notice from this video,
I want to play that again.
Black women love to scream, we ain't got no protection. Who gonna protect black? Y'all.
You see all these men, right? Good Samaritans or brothers or fathers or husbands or whatever, went out to help women and got killed for it. I've said this before, right? There's been certain lives where I said that, you know what, women are more violent than men. What? Women are more violent than men? That's crazy. You're crazy. That don't make sense. Why do I say that, right? I don't necessarily mean that women want to fucking fight with men, right? Or women are like, very like, they want to use their fists or shoot or stab or whatever, right? I'm not talking about that kind of violence. Women's violence is covert. I've said this before. One of the theories why I say women are more violent than men is that they use men like a gun. Why use a gun, right? Why incriminate yourself, right? Why incriminate yourself when you can use a man? Right? Point the man at any other man you want to point him at, right? And he'll take the charge. He'll risk his life. You don't need to. It's like, don't you see I'll say that's the intelligence of women, right? That is the intelligence of women. How to manipulate a man, right? Men's biggest weakness is lust and women. Right? Lust and women are men's biggest weakness. How to manipulate a man, right? You're like this one, right? A man messes with you, you call your brothers. Guess what? You call your brothers. You aim your brothers, right? You aim your husband. You aim your father. You aim your cousin, your uncle, right? Your friends, like a gun. You aim these men like a gun, and you fire, right? Now these men go after whoever you want them to go after, and either they kill this man, right, or heavily injure this man, or they get killed or heavily injured. One of the two, right? One of the two. Your hands, like blood free, right? Nothing on your hands, right? No fingerprints, no red-handedness, right? Nothing's on your hands. You just pointed you pointed a gun, right? You pointed a man at another man. You see, all these men died because of being good Samaritans, or being aimed by a woman at another man.
When people try to protect black women, they end up fucking dead. Y'all heard about that girl who got her 2 brothers killed because she called them over to the house when her and her nigga was getting into it, and they go over there to protect her. They end up getting unalive. Before you run to go protect anybody, get context. What exactly happened? And how did it start? Because a lot of black women put themselves in situations to make a motherfucker want to beat their ass, and then they want to cry victim later on. Another reason why nobody is quick.
You know, at the very least, right? At the very least, if you protect a woman that have, like, I think it's stupid protecting women from domestic violence. She fucking chose the man. Now, if you protect a woman, right? You see a woman just walking and a man attacks her, I'll give you more credit for that, right? Just random strangers getting, like, into a situation. Okay, understandable if you do that. You are a complete idiot, a simp, stepping in a domestic violence situation.
To jump and protect black women because we look like we got it. We're loud as fuck like we got it. We also built up like we got it. Don't nobody feel the need to protect black women. And a lot of times y'all be wanting protection from shit you cause. If you learn to shut the fuck up, maybe other people won't handle you aggressively. But a lot of
as terrible as it sounds, right? All these simps protected a woman and died. Now what? That's it. You're done, right? That's it. That's over. Your life is over. It's like her life continues without thinking twice about you, or without thinking twice about you. Without, what is she going to do? She's not dedicating her life to you, right? She's not dedicating her life to the memory of you or whatever. She moves on with her life.
black women are very aggressive out in public. So the energy you give is the energy you're going to receive.
And if you notice from this video, it was a plethora of black men who lost their lives protecting black women. And it's truly sad because those black men had families. Those black men had kids. Those black men had people who loved them dearly. And they wanted to be a good Samaritan because they saw a black woman who needed help and they intervened and lost their life because of it. And as sad as the reality is, sometimes you just got to stay in your lane, because I can guarantee you all these guys that lost their lives in this video, most of these women are still back with those men. Even though a man has lost his life, his future taken away from him, his kids growing up without a father, and he decided to be a hero for that woman, and it's not even respected because she is still with him. She didn't just leave him alone. She just wanted that help for that time being, but that doesn't mean that she detached from that man. And I had to learn from that myself in school, helping a woman, you know, who was getting roughed up by a man, and I got the man up off of her. She ended up with him the next week. And I walked through the hallway and I'm like, yo, I thought... She was like, yeah, we just went through some things. I appreciate you helping me. Thank you. And I'm looking like, yo, I'm never doing this again. The only way I'll make an exception is if it's for the people that I love. Any female in my family wouldn't put themselves in that situation. And I've seen things happen at airports. I've seen things happen in different cities and states. And I'm just like, yo, that shit ain't got nothing to do with me.
Black women love to scream, we ain't got no protection.
Probably copyrighted. I had to take that out. You know why Chivalry's dead? Right? You know why Chivalry's dead? Women chose the men they chose. I especially will call a man that died stepping in a domestic violence situation. You are a fucking simp. You are a simp. She chose the man. She chose the man that lays that lays his hands on her. She chose him. She chose the man, right? That would rather have the helmet instead of having her have the helmet. She chose him. No one forced her. Chivalry's dead? Yeah, because she killed it. She chose the bad boys instead of the men that are chivalrous. Guess what? The men that are chivalrous goes extinct. Right? We don't talk about that shit. We don't talk about that shit. You give birth to the next generation of bad boys. These women give birth to the next generation of single mothers. These women give birth to the next generation of baby daddies. They continue that fucking cycle. So if they get with a man that isn't chivalrous, isn't a gentleman, isn't a provider and protector, guess what? They're giving birth to the next generation of asshole of a man. No one talks about that shit, right? No one talks about how women are giving birth to the next generation of shitty men, while they allow the good men to go extinct, right? because they're not attractive enough. They're not tall enough. They're not wealthy enough. They're not charming enough. They're not good looking enough. They let those good men, the men that would be chivalrous, the men would provide and protect, the men that would put you in a fucking car, right? They let those men go extinct, right? Go childless, while giving birth, right, to the children of Chads, the Tyrones, of the Pookies, of the Ray Rays, right? All right. That's what.
Chivalry is dead indicator is the fact that my chivalry is dead indicator is the fact that I take the subway to and from work 2 to 3 times a week. I've been doing it minus COVID for 10 years almost for work. And I cannot recall a single time that a man has offered to give me a seat on the subway. I'm wearing high heels a lot. I'm a woman wearing high heels, and I've never once, not once, been offered a seat on the subway. What's your chivalry is dead indicator? My chivalry.
Again, women want you to be a simp. Women want you to be a simp. Right? Women want it. Women want it so bad for you to be a simp. Why? Because you could lay your life on the line for them. Right? You will lay your life on a line for them if you are a simp. Why do they want that? Because you will inconvenience yourself for them, right? You will inconvenience yourself for these strangers, right? And here's the thing, God forbid, right? God forbid. Imagine this. God forbid you give this woman a seat. You give this woman your seat, and then you ask for her number. Like, you're a creep. Why you, what? You think giving me your seat, you can get my number? I guarantee you, shit like that will happen, right? Shit like that would happen. She thinks you should inconvenience yourself. You should give and not take. While she will take and not give. Remember that shit, right? Understand this shit. This is why women want simps. Women don't want to date simps. Women want men to be simps, right? While women want men to be simps, to lay the life on the line for them, to inconvenience themselves for them, while they date the bad boys, right? While they date the man with the motorcycle that wouldn't have a helmet for his girlfriend while speeding on the fucking highway, right? Or the streets or whatever. That's what women want, right? Women want the beta men to be simps, to be the beta male provider while they have fucking fun with the Chads, the Tyrones, the Pookies, while they get pregnant by the Pookies. And then you, as the beta simp, will come to her rescue, right? Will come to her rescue after she's older, more withered, more higher bodies, more children in her life, right? Now that you are ready, now that she is ready, right? Now she's had her fun. She had her fill of her fun. Now you're beta simp, right? You're the beta simp that she's ready to settle for. Yeah, that's amazing. I wish that on my brothers, right? I wish that on you. That's a great life. Chivalry is dead? Yeah, fucking yes. Should stay dead. Stay dead. Guys, thank you guys for being here. Modern chivalry is a social construct built by white men to control men's behavior and habits for female sensibilities. I agree. That makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. All right, let's continue. All right, let's check out some more TikTok videos. Guys, please like the live. It helps me out, right? Please like the live. It helps me out.
So I'm on a date, and so far. I'm not sure if it's going well. He has not opened my car door, not complimented me once, and I had to pay for everything. I had to drive us. I had to pay for the gas to get here. I had to pay for the movie ticket. I paid for dinner. This is crazy. What do you have to say for yourself, sir?
Oh, that's cute. Not what I thought. That was cute. I didn't watch this video, so I didn't think about that. But okay, that was cute. Let's go on. I don't know what to say, right? It was a cute video. All right, let's check this one out.
Boys are so funny because what do you mean Billy went to the store and grabbed this bouquet and thought it was the cutest, prettiest one there?
What's wrong with it?
Nothing. We just have really, really different tastes.
I got you flowers for Memorial Day.
And it's so kind.
They're on theme.
I love it. I love them. Truly, truly, I love them. They're so you.
What does that mean? I am patriotic.
It's so good.
For most men, this
Those look nice. Those flowers look nice. It's like she recorded to just. This is the thing where women have no problem with trying to shame men, right? Women have no problem with trying to shame men. I see this so many times. It's like the lack of respect. You are trying to shame your man to the internet, right? You're trying to get the internet to be on your side to also shame him, right? To also belittle his actions. This is what women are doing. This is why I said women are using men for like content farming. Literally, they know that the internet hates men, right? So they're using these men to shame them.
would absolutely be the last time that he bought you flowers. Because not only are you kind of complaining, but you're also making fun of him publicly. And let's not forget that this is over Memorial Day flowers. I mean, what girls are getting Memorial Day flowers? I mean, the man is literally asking you what is wrong with them because it just doesn't make sense to him. And honestly, it shouldn't make sense because most people would think that any flowers is better than no flowers. I don't care what color they are. Anyways, the last thing I have to say about this is that you should appreciate those flowers because it's probably going to be the last, at least Memorial Day flowers that you'll receive.
Boys are so funny because what do you mean Billy went to the store and grabbed this bouquet and thought it was the cutest, prettiest one there?
It's like, instead of appreciating, right? This is the problem with women, right? They don't appreciate the men. Imagine this, right? Imagine this scenario, right? So this man does this. So he buys her flowers all the time. He buys her this bouquet. And then what she does, right? In front of him and into the internet, she's shaming him. Like, look at what she got him, right? Look, these are not that great, right? And then imagine she does that often, right? Belittle his actions, not appreciate him. And then you wonder why, maybe years later, like years down the road, he stops doing it. He's not buying you flowers. He's not putting the effort. It's like, oh man, men don't put any effort in, right? I fell out of love with him. It's like these men are lazy. These men are lazy. These men don't put any effort in. These men don't love me, right? Lack of communication. This is your communication, right? To not talk to him, but to complain to the internet. This is women's communication. To blame someone else. To not talk to your man, right? To not even appreciate his actions, and then complain to someone else, right? Your mother, your sister, your friends, right? Complain to someone else. Not appreciate him. And then you wonder why years later, he's a shell of a man. He gave up, right? He's given up. He doesn't buy you flowers anymore. And then you said he's not romantic anymore. Bitch, you created him, right? You created him. It's like he changed. No duh. Why do you think that so many men say all the nagging, right? All the nagging women do. Why do you think men say that? Because fucking women do it, right? Women do this shit. Women destroy men brick by brick by brick, right? Women tear men down. They don't realize it, right? You tear his self-esteem down. You don't appreciate him. You ridicule him. You belittle his actions. And then you wonder why he gives up. He doesn't want to leave you because he loves you, right? But he's a shell of a man. Why do you think men were like at the time? Oh, I loved him because he was so masculine, right? He was so tough. He was so loving. He was so domineering. He has such leadership qualities. Why is 10 years later he's so different, right? 10 years later he's so passive. He has no passion in him. He's not assertive. He's not masculine anymore. Bitch, you did it, right? You teared him down. You teared him down brick by brick by brick, right? You tear that man down to become the shell of a man that you hate. You counteract, oh man, why are you being so sassy? Why are you so sassy? Right? You're so this, and now you tear him down to the man that you thought you wanted, but now, you know what? Now you don't want him anymore. Right? He became the weak ass man, right? That you created that you don't want anymore, and then you will divorce him. 70% of divorces are filed by women. I believe the majority of that is because women like this, they tear men down, right? They destroy the men that they supposedly love, becoming the man that they don't want anymore. The man that they fell out of love with. Exactly. They poke and poke and poke until the man explodes, then cry foul. He explodes or he changes, right? He changes. This is what I said, right? These bitches want men to change. And then when these men change, he changed into something you didn't want.
We had
Boys are so fun. I don't know why everyone's so upset about Ella telling me she did not like these flowers. Literally, that's how relationships work. Like, she's being honest with me. If she were to make me a meal and I didn't like it, and I was like, oh my God, thank you so much, I love it. Like, this is the best thing ever. Like, I would be lying. I'd be straight up lying. And I don't want to eat. Like, she doesn't want to receive flowers like this. I bought her hundreds of flowers throughout a relationship. This is the first time she's like, what are these? And I've also never seen that.
You know what? Beta male. Exactly. This is a thing where I've said it, right? Men can't be saved, right? The men that can't be saved cannot be saved. I'm sorry, right? Feminist men, beta male, men like this can't be saved. They can't be saved. These are the men, and I've been there too, right? I mean, maybe they could be saved, but how they be saved is they have to go through that trauma, right? These men have to go through that trauma. How do you save him? If she breaks his fucking heart, if she divorces him, if she leaves him, that's how he'll be saved. Suffering that trauma. No one is saying that it's not okay, that it's not okay that she doesn't love the flowers. It's fine. She doesn't have to love the flowers. The problem is, why is she embarrassing you? Why is she disrespecting you in front of people? She didn't come to you and talk to you about it. No, she's bringing it to the internet. So now the internet is calling you a beta male, right? Calling you a simp. It's like shaming you. Like, women will shame you. Men will call you a beta male simp. Is that not disrespectful? Is that how you communicate with your woman? When she disrespects you, treats you like shit? Like, this is how she views you. I'm going to complain to other people about you. Do you know how disrespectful that shit is? Why do you think they say keep that shit private? Keep that shit private, right? Between each other. But she didn't. She didn't come to you and talk to, babe, I didn't really like these flowers. So I don't really want them, right? I don't love these flowers. So next time I would like something else. Yeah, talk to you. No, you know what? He's so funny. Look at this. Look at these flowers that I don't really like them, right? And it's like, this is what he got me. Ugly face and all that shit. Like, he's so unique. He got me some weird ass flowers that I wouldn't want. It's like, seriously. And you can't see. This is the thing where men like this can't see. She's disrespecting you, right? But then men like this was thinking, like, okay, years, right? Years of this disrespect. He's not seeing it until it builds up inside him, right? So imagine every time, right? She's going to no bigger failure of a manhood than being a male feminist. Exactly. I agree, my brother. I agree. That's a crazy ass fucking name. I don't even know how to say that name. But I agree. I agree. The biggest failure is being a male feminist. Right? Men like this don't realize, right? Shit like this, right? Every little disrespect will chip away at you. This is why I said in the last video, right? In the last clip, she's chipping away at you. She is chipping away at you, right? How she doesn't appreciate you, how she's chipping away at you with the disrespect. You just need years of that, right? That's the thing. A lot of men go through this. This is why older men giving advice to younger men, right? Because we've been there, we've done that. Now we hope the best for you, right? We hope the best for you. We hope that you don't experience the same thing that we experienced, right? This is why these older men are trying to impart, this ideology, this logic on you. We hope that you don't experience it. But it's better to know than not know at all. It's Irish Gaelic, mate. Pronounced Karawak Mikaba. Really? Karawak Mikaba. That is crazy. That's interesting. That's a cool name. I think those are really cool. I think it's really cool.
Like a red, white, and blue one.
But thank you for being here. Thank you for being here.
Hilarious. But now I know she doesn't like that, so I'm not going to go and buy her red, white, and blue flowers. Like, 4th of July comes around, I'm not going to get her red, white, and blue flowers. Just like if I didn't like a meal she made me, she wouldn't make that meal again. They're like, thank you so much for the meal. Like,
yeah, but would you complain it? The gambler McCabe? That's interesting. The gambler? Are you a gambler? Right? Yeah. That's interesting. I love that. I love those names with meanings. It's really cool. The issue, this is the problem with these kind of men, right? These are the problem with these kind of men. Then is it okay for you, if you didn't like her food, is it okay for you to call your friends or make a video on it? Like, I didn't like this. This is terrible. I don't like this at all. Is it okay for you to tell people how you don't like it? Keep that shit. It's like, you don't see this is the problem with these type of men. You don't see the disrespect until it's like full-blown disrespect. Right? This is the problem, right? We see these red flags. And if you don't notice these small red flags, you will be smacked in the fucking face when it becomes bigger. And then it'll be too late. You spent a decade, 2 decades with her. Right?
thought that counts, which she did in the video.
People are upset at her video, even without you being upset at her, because the situation was not her coming to you privately and gently telling you that she doesn't like those flowers. What she did instead was make it publicly known that she did not like those flowers, and she also did not understand why you would think that she would like those flowers.
You know, that's exactly right. So men like that, right? Men like that who are so deep into like the beta male mindset. If he's broken, right? If she breaks him, if she traumatizes him, if she destroys him, he will jump into Redpill with a very toxic mindset, right? He will be an extremist. That's the problem, right? He won't listen to Redpill, right? He won't listen to Redpill to improve your mindset, right? To improve your body, to improve your wealth. He won't listen to it. He will only listen to the supposedly women hate. No, it's not women hate, right? But it's women understanding, right? Understanding women. But men like that, if they become, traumatized and destroyed and distraught, and then experience Redpill, you're coming into Redpill when you're damaged, right? When you're extremely damaged, right? There's a chance where you're not understanding the message, right? You're not understanding the message, and then you are misinterpreting the message. So you become a extremist. It happens a lot, right? It happens a lot when people are mentally ill, when people have certain problems, right? And when they listen to a certain ideology, certain information that they do like, they will go extreme with it, right? They won't be able to comprehend it really, and they become extremes. It's very dangerous, right? It's very dangerous, right? So this is why I think all men should learn it, right? Learn a bit of red pill, understand it, right? You don't need to like embrace it completely, right? But it's learning, right? This is the importance of, you know, these kind of spheres, right? Is to just learn it, right? No, like have a bit of it in your back pocket, right? You know how women's nature, you know that you won't have boundaries, right? Boundaries where, no, you shouldn't have disrespect me like that, right? You shouldn't have brought the situation to the internet, to a bunch of strangers, right? To a bunch of strangers that will probably disrespect me while you're disrespecting me. If you can disrespect me, are you surprised that these strangers would disrespect me? Right? Have a bit of standards. Have a bit of boundaries.
There's a very sarcastic tone. That is why so many people find this to be so disrespectful. And take your example. Say that she cooked you a nice meal and then you ate it. And as you were eating it, you stopped and then you set up the camera and you made a video and you said, I don't understand why she would make something like this. I don't understand why she would think that I would like this. Yeah, people would not be okay with that. Especially women. I mean, they would be DMing her the worst of the worst about you. They would be telling her to leave you in a second.
I don't know why everyone's so upset.
Make something like this. I don't understand why she would think that I would like this. Yeah, people would not be okay with that. Especially women. I mean, they would be DMing her the worst of the worst about you. They would be telling her to leave you in a second. That is what's going on here, and it's not even about gender. It's really just about human decency and being grateful for somebody giving you a gift.
Exactly. It's like, this is the problem where women experience this too. Women complain about this too, right? You don't appreciate me cooking and cleaning for you. Well, bitch, you didn't appreciate me buying you flowers. You literally disrespect me in front of a bunch of strangers. Right? Women understand the lack of appreciation. Yet it's okay for women to not appreciate men's effort, right? It is okay for women to not appreciate men's effort. But God forbid a man doesn't appreciate a woman's effort. God forbid, right? Like she said, what if he ridiculed her cooking? God forbid. It's like, this is the insanity, right? So when it comes to men, women don't give a shit. But when it comes to women, that's the problem, right? You better care, right? You better give a shit. You better appreciate. But hey, he bought me this flower. Why would he even get me these? Right? This is the absolute ridiculousness of a lot of women. All right, give me a few seconds. Okay.
What do you do?
I want to play a few more videos. We're going to check out a few more videos. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. All right, let's check out a few more videos. All right, let's check these out.
So apparently my preferences in dating are unrealistic. So recently, about 2 or 3 people, anytime we talk about dating, and then I tell them my preferences, like if I'm on the apps and I'm swiping, my preferences are unrealistic in this day and age. Alright, so y'all let me know. If I'm swiping on the apps or even in real life, first things first, I would prefer someone that's still in their 20s. Why? because I'm in my 20s. I would prefer someone that I can go to church with, someone that believes in God. Why? Because I go to church and believe in God. Number 3, I would prefer someone that does not have kids. Why, you may ask? Because I do not have kids. 4th, I would prefer someone that does not drink or smoke heavily. Why? You guessed it. Because I don't drink or smoke heavily. Socially? Maybe. But someone that has to do it every day just to survive or to feel normal, I don't prefer that. No, sorry. And I feel like that's not unrealistic. Am I tripping? 4 things. In your 20s, maybe early 30s. I'm 26. 31 is probably the highest I would prefer to go. Don't have kids. Don't rely on substances. And believe in God. That's not unrealistic. Apparently my friends.
You know why I do these things, right? You know why I do these things, right? Why do I react to these videos? Because I want to help out men, right? And I want to help out men in a different way, right? Not like the bigger YouTube creators, right? It's about, we talk about, I'm an average man, right? No one special. So I like to view where the mindset of an average man. I give my takes as an average man. Because a lot of these women, okay, her standards, her preferences aren't crazy, right? I'm not saying they're crazy, but a couple of things with her preference, right? One, her preference, it's fine, but she's not. This is why a lot of these women are disingenuous. They're disingenuous. Not a single thing she said about attraction. She didn't say what he looks like. Can he be fat? Can he be short? Right? Can he be of other ethnicities? Right? So this is the thing where this is why, what is it? The delusional, the calculator, right? The calculator is so important. Why do you think men say, okay, do you know the amount of men that are 6 feet and above, right? Do you know the amount of men that are 6 feet and above, right? They say 15%. Why is that important? It's because you could show, is it unrealistic or is it not? She literally said nothing about his looks, which is maybe she doesn't care about looks. That'll be amazing. I doubt it. Right? I'm sorry. I won't be truthful. These women are liars. These women are liars. Are you saying that there's no man in your church, right? That's around your age? I doubt that. But let's say this, right? I doubt that there's no man, right? That's your age in your church, but probably no man you're attracted to, right? There's no man you're attracted to in your church, right? That you want, right? That's the thing. There's always plenty of men that fits your preferences, right? Or 4 preferences, that's it. 4 preferences, I'm pretty sure there's plenty of men like that. Problem is, are you attracted to the men that do, right? Are you attracted to the men that do go to church? Are you? Are you attracted to the men that do go to church? Are you attracted to the men that, don't have kids? Are you attracted to the men that around your age? Are you? I doubt that. That is the problem. That is the problem. That is the problem that women don't talk about, right? That's the situation you talk about. Are you attracted to the men that fit your standards? This is why these women are dishonest, disingenuous, right? Because you're not talking about, are you attracted to the men that fit your standards, right? What if he's shorter? Is that fine? If he's 5'8", 5'5", right? Or what if he's fat, right? What if he's like 200, 300 pounds? Is that fine with you? Right? What if he's acting up? It's like, are you attracted to the men that fit your standards? This is the problem, right? I've said this before. 4 standards. What if I find a man that's like that? Would you date him automatically? Oh no. What if I'm not attracted to him? Bitch, you just said 4 standards, right? You just said 4 preferences. This is why women are dishonest. This is why women are dishonest. This is why I do the videos I do. Because here's the thing. When you as a man, right, improve your mindset, you will call these women out. You will call them out. Are you sure 4 preferences? I can find that fat short man over there, right? That fat short man over there with all that pimples on his face, right? He fits your 4 standards. Right? He fits that 4 standards of yours. It's only 4 preferences, right? It's only 4. He fits those 4 preferences you have. Is he you were willing to date? Oh, but he's too short. He's not. I'm not attracted to him. Bitch, you said only 4. You said only 4 preferences. Now you have more? Ah, so you lied. So you're dishonest. So you're disingenuous, right? So you're not telling the truth, right? You didn't say the whole thing. This is why you call women out. Right? This is why. Because they're dishonest.
This is me before going on a date with. This is me before going on a date with a 6'4" doctor. No kids, no ex-wives, owns his own practice, owns his own home. He plans a whole surprise date. I have no idea where we're going, no idea what we're doing, but hair is done, makeup is done. Take a good look, ladies, because this is me before. I am really feeling this man. I have a good feeling about him. I even took a spicy cube before the date, just so I'm feeling myself, feeling confident, and in case he takes me home later. God bless, this is my moment. I will let you know how it goes. I'm about to be a changed woman. I'm done dating. He was 40 minutes late. Our surprise date, TGI Fridays, was rude to the waiter, and when I ordered the burger, he made a comment like, "Aren't you a Pilates teacher?" Yeah. It's like, "Oh, I just figured you would order a salad or something. Like, don't you need to watch your figure?" He talked about himself the entire time, did not ask me a single question about me, and then asked me to split the bill. Which, like, fine, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. But sir, you are a fucking doctor. If you're gonna drone on and on for hours about, I am not in practice, summer in the Hamptons, the least you can do is buy my $25 fucking entree. I didn't even drink. He had like 4 drinks, a starter, and entree. I ordered one thing, and I split the bill with this man. This fucking doctor! Do men just hate women? When did they stop wanting to actually like take girls out on a proper fucking date and treat them? What a waste of a fucking spicy cube and slick back party pony. I'm sitting there feeling myself wanting to blow my brains out all over this guy. The only reason I didn't is because he's a doctor and he probably fucking knows CPR. Like, no, do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. Never going on a date again. Also, he was not even 6 foot tall. So I'm resigning from Hinge. I'm gonna just date my dog. This is me.
I was, take everything with a grain of salt, right? Doctor sounds Asian. What? I take things with a grain of salt. Women are weird, right? So, but I'll take everything on face value, right?
Before going on a date with a 6'4" doctor. No.
All she knew about him is that he was tall and a doctor. You don't. This is the problem with a lot of women, right? They seem to not understand. All you cared about is superficial shit. Right? All you cared about is superficial shit. And then you're surprised your superficial standards got you a man that doesn't fit your values, right? You're surprised. When you gone after a man, right? Not based on values, characters, morals, but on superficial shit. His height and essentially his wealth, essentially, right? A doctor. And you're surprised. You're surprised that he doesn't fit you what your values are. This is the modern day women right here, right? That they care about superficial shit and yet they complain about it. Like, oh my God, I'm not going to date men anymore. Why? Because you picked a man based on superficial shit and he doesn't fit your moral values, right? Whatever your moral values are, whatever your standards are. Bitch, he fit your standard, right? The height and the money. And just the fact now that you were going on a date with him, he didn't He wasn't more. She wants perfection. These types of women want perfection.
Kids, no ex-wives, owns his own practice, owns his own home. He plans a whole surprise date. I have no idea where we're going, no idea what.
And all she said, right? She didn't say like, what's his, does he care about commitment? Does he want to be a husband? Right? What is his, does he want to be a provider, protector? Does he, does he want to lead? It's like something deeper, right? Like he has no kids. He has his own practice, essentially more money. And
we're doing, but hair is done, makeup is done. Take a good look, ladies, because this is me before. I am really feeling this man. I have a good feeling about him.
you got a good feeling about him. You got a good feeling about him. Women's intuition, my brothers. Women intuitions for you.
And in case he takes me home later. God bless. This is
takes you home later. You're willing to let him tap it the first time you met him. Right? If he played his cards right, he would have gotten into your pants first time you met him. Why do you think the Chads, the Tyrones, the Pookies, the players, right? The high value men, they don't need to commit. Why do you think they don't need to commit? They get that they get to pump and dump, right? They get that body right away. They get that body right away. If he's 6 foot and charming enough and maybe have a good job, he gets to tap it that night. Right? He gets to tap it that night. Imagine, like, maybe if that man paid for her meal, took her to a better, bit more fancy kind of dinner, he would have been able to have sex with her that night. These women are for the streets. And then he's surprised, like, oh my God, these men don't want to commit to me. These men don't want to commit to you. Bitch, commit to what? If you gave him the pussy that night, don't you think that he would think you do that all the times too? You would give other men, right, the box that night.
my moments. I will let you know how it goes. I'm about to be a changed woman. I'm done dating. He was 40 minutes late. Our surprise date, TGI Fridays, was rude to the waiter. And when I ordered the burger, he made a comment like, "Aren't you a Pilates teacher?" Yeah. It's like, oh, I just figured you would order a salad or something. Like,
ain't that surprising, right? If you are superficial, are you surprised that he's superficial? I said this before, right? What some of the biggest red flags for women is the men they're attracted to and the type of men they attract. My brothers learned this, right? A big red flag. This is why a woman's history, a woman's past is so important. Knowing what type of man she's attracted to and what type of men she attracts is very important. Right? It's very important. Because she is superficial. She attracts a superficial man, and then she complains that she attracts a superficial man. Are you stupid? That's who you wanted. You're literally superficial. You cared about his height and his wealth. And then now you're surprised that he cares about your weight. Right? You're surprised that he cares about your weight? Are you stupid? You are superficial yourself. You said nothing about his personality. You weren't attracted to his personality. You were attracted to his looks and his wealth. So no duh, he's like saying, bitch, stay skinny.
don't you need to watch your figure? He talked about himself the entire time, did not ask me a single question about me, and then asked me to split the bill. Which, like, fine, okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. But sir, you are a fucking doctor. If you're gonna drone on and on for hours about, oh, I am not in practice, summer in the Hamptons.
And that's the thing, right? Here's a man that's tall, probably decent looking, and a doctor. He has options. Yeah, he'll be picky as well, right? He will be picky as well. This is the problem with a lot of women, right? You want the men you want, fine, but do you know what the men that you want? What do they want? He wanted you to stay skinny, right? He wanted you to you know, my hair is crazy. It's crazy. He wanted you to be fit. You're surprised about that? He wanted you to prove, like, okay, this is the thing with women, right? Imagine doctors. They're not average people, right? Doctors are rare, right? Being a doctor is a rare profession. It's not an everyday profession, right? It's not. So you are competing for him. He's not competing for you. You are again, he's over 6 foot, right? That's about 15% of the population. About 15% of the population. That also includes, the married men, the gay men, the older men, right? So he's probably around your age. He's a doctor. That's probably all of that shit, right? Is probably about under 5%, maybe 1%, right? Of the population. You are competing for him. You are a 5, maybe a 6, right? As a woman, all you have is you're a white woman. That's it. What is that? I mean, that's probably like 50% of the population, right? A white woman. That's it. That's the only thing special about you. An average looking white woman. An average looking white woman. There's millions of you, right? You're a dime a dozen. So you are competing for him.
The least you can do is buy my $25 fucking entree.
Steve, what is up? What is up? I wouldn't say she's a 3, right? I would say she's 5, right? An average, right? But to each their own. I get it.
I didn't even drink. He had like 4 drinks, a starter, and entree. I ordered one thing, and I split the bill with this man. This fucking doctor! Do men just hate women?
No, but here's the thing. You have to prove yourself. You just said a doctor. How many doctors are you dating, right? How many 6-foot doctors are you dating? You're competing for him. This is what a lot of these women have a hard time, grasping. You're competing for him. Yeah, she's not ugly. That's why I said she's average, right? A 5.
When did they stop wanting to actually take girls out on a proper fucking date and treat them? What a
when you started feminism. The start of feminism, right? The start of feminism was the downturn of men treating women special. The start of feminism was the downturn of men treating women special. You are no longer special. We are the prize. You are no longer special, right? If you're equal, well, let's treat you like that. Let's treat you like an equal, right? We'll treat you like an equal. Hell, sometimes you're going for a doctor that's over 6 foot. You're not equal to him at all, right? So he has the options, right? He has the women that want him. He has women that he wants that wants him. Where's the men that you want that wants you? Right? The men that you want, well, you kind of can compete. You have to compete. You have to prove yourself to those men.
waste of a fucking spicy cube and slick back party pony. I'm sitting there feeling myself wanting to blow my brains out all over this guy. The only reason I didn't is because he's a doctor and he probably fucking knows CPR. Like, no, do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. Never going on a date again. Also, he was not even 6 foot tall. So I'm resigning from Hinge. I'm gonna just date my.
And then the insult. And then the insult. This is why, like you saw how she was at the end. It's that trauma, right? I've said this is why I said as women age, they become bigger red flags. It's this trauma, right? It's the bitterness. The bitterness grows in women, right? The bitterness will grow in women. It's a adult candy, right? That's why it's an adult candy that, I don't know, gets you a little bit high, I guess, right? But yeah, bitterness will grow in women. So the older they are, the more bitter they will likely be. Right? The more bitter they will likely be. All right, let's check this video out.
What do you do when you have fell out of love with your husband for not providing and have fallen back in love with your ex who is currently having a baby but is willing to risk it all?
I'm gonna be quick. Cause you had the wrong podcast.
I would absolutely hate to be your husband. That's just wild work to me. Like, you're willing to leave your husband for another that got a baby on the way. That's crazy work.
No, let me correct that. That is not why I'm leaving my husband. What I left him for was because he was not able to provide for me. This was something that has been going on for a year and a half.
Was he ever able to provide?
A year and a half? That's a season.
So yes, I married him because he was able to provide. He was there to he was able.
Out of here.
You said a year and a half. That's a season. You ain't even giving him a chance to overcome whatever he was going through. You supposed to help him through that. You know what I'm saying?
How long? Okay, I understand that.
Till death do you part. Till death do you part. Till death do you part.
Okay.
I think you would be doing him a huge service by leaving him. Because you're horrible to have even married him. Not as a person, I don't know you as a person, but to have even married somebody out of convenience and out of obligation because you probably just wanted to be married. I think you guys should both go your separate ways so that you can find people who love you and who you love.
Let me just add this point. If you love someone based on conditions, when they do not meet those conditions, you are going to try to find a way out. If God loved us based on conditions,
talk about it.
You have to make a decision to love someone. You may have moments to where you fall out of love, but you got to make that decision every day. We talking about, it may be some situational stuff. What if she go through menopause and then he just say, I don't love her no more, and I'm going to deal with my ex and stuff like that? We'll be beating him down. So before people choose to get married, make sure that you are not a conditional lover because it is doomed to fail. That's the wrong foundation to create to begin with.
My biggest concern is not necessarily her, but it's that ripple effect that being in a relationship can make happen. Because if she decides to go back to the ex, she's affecting her husband, she's affecting her ex, she's affecting her ex's baby mom who was pregnant with this guy's kid, and she's affecting that child. So your poor decision making is going to affect 5 other lives.
What do you do when
This is why, right? This is why men need to stand on business. This is why it's important, right? It's important to, it's important to learn about the manosphere, right? This is why. Why do a lot of people say that? You know what? It's not you. It was just your turn, right? Why do men say it's not you? It was just your turn. This is because men know this, right? This is how fucking women think. Women are very temporary. Why do you think that, men, like men have multiple women? Because they know how women think. A lot of these men know how women think. Like, you would leave him if he was broke. So if you're going to treat me temporary, I'm going to treat you temporary. And you only love me because I'm up, right? You only love me because I'm up, right? This is the thing, like, we got to deal with, right? Let's break this down.
What do you do when you have fell out of love with your husband for not providing and have fallen back in love with your ex who is currently having a baby but is willing to risk it all?
You see the messiness of it, right? This bitch is so disgusting that want to ruin someone else's relationship, right? And you see that she's attracted to the shitty ass man. So you want to leave your husband because he can't provide for you. You want to go for a man that would leave his baby mom, right? Leave a woman that he's currently having a kid with? Bitch, are you stupid? You think the next man is going to provide for you? Like he doesn't even want to provide for his wife or for his baby mom and his child because he's ready to leave them. You see the stupidity of women? You think the next man is going to be a good man? The man is just going to play you. You broke up with him. He's risking it because he's a shitty man. He just want to tap it. He just want to have sex. Right? The man just wants to play you. But you're too stupid. And you're fine with it, right? You're fine with a man playing you. But you're also fine with playing a man, right? You're also fine with playing your husband, right? The man is willing, it's like he was providing for you, right? But you're not willing to stay with him while he's down, right? Again, the vows are, rich and poor, right? Bad and good. You be with the person throughout all situations. He's not cheating on you. He's not beating you. He's just down and out.
I'm gonna be quick. Cause you at the wrong podcast.
I would absolutely hate to be your husband. That's just wild work to me. Like, you're willing to leave your husband for another that got a baby on the way. That's crazy work.
No, let me correct that. That is not why I'm leaving my husband. What I left him for was because he was not able to provide for me. This was something that has been going on for a year and a half.
Was he ever able to provide?
A year and a half? That's a season.
So yes, I married him because he was able to provide. He was there.
You know why it's important to learn about the manosphere? To know about women, right? To know about women's mindset. If she came to you digging for gold, she will leave you when that gold is gone. My brothers, right? I've said this before. You make the money for you. You don't make this money for women. You make this money for you, so you have the freedom, right? You have the freedom. You have something to hold on to your boundaries, right? I ain't letting a woman fuck me up. I'm not letting a woman cross my boundaries. I don't need her. I made this money for me. I made this money for me to enjoy. And if I find a woman that's worthy of it, she can enjoy it too. If she chose me because she wants to enjoy my money, fuck that shit. I move on to the next one. Right? If you, got with a woman because you gave her a shovel to dig for gold, guarantee you she would leave you when that gold is done. Right? When there's no more gold to dig. This is why even simp millionaires suffer, because they were fucking a simp. Right? It's to learn about women's mindset. It's to be cautious about women's mindset. Right? That's the thing. Is to be cautious of it. I've learned my lessons. I will never spoil a woman. I'll do it how I want to do it. Right? I don't spoil a woman how she wants me to spoil her. I will spoil her how I want to spoil her. Plain and simple. You don't want that? There's the door. I'm sorry. There's the door. You find that man that will give you the lifestyle you want. I'm not it, right? I've said this before where I've met with women. I met with women, young women that wanted me to be a sugar daddy. I'm saying, sorry, I don't have pockets for you, right? I don't have a big enough pocket for you, so I'm good. I'm good. I don't need it. Yeah, Jeff Bezos. I mean, like, seriously. I mean, like, and that's the thing, right? But I mean, he has plenty of gold, right? I don't see him running out of gold. That's the thing. but not every man is going to be a Jeff Bezos, right? At best, right? At best, most men will be 6-figure men. That money is very finite, right? Not many people will have billions on billions of dollars. You can't even dig enough. You can't even dig enough in a lifetime to spend it all, right? But again, most men will have at best a couple hundred, right? A couple $100,000. Hopefully, maybe a couple million. But a woman can dig enough to spend that.
He was able.
Out of here.
You said 1.5 years. That's a season. You ain't even giving him a chance to overcome whatever he was going through. You supposed to help him through that. You know what I'm saying?
How long? Okay, I understand that.
Till death do you part. Till death do you part. Till death do you part.
Okay.
I think you would be doing him.
That's the thing, right? Women don't know how to ride or die with good men. Women don't know how. Women will ride or die with shitty men, right? But with good men, women don't know how to ride or die. A lot of women, not all women, but a lot of women don't know how to go through the bad times with a man, right? I hear this plenty of times. They don't want to struggle love, right? A lot of these women saying, I don't want to struggle love. That's the thing. This is again another importance, right? Of hearing men's content, right? A lot of women are saying they don't want to struggle love. I'm sorry, in life you will struggle. What the fuck kind of life you think you're living? I ain't fucking Jeff Bezos. I won't give you a struggle-free life. I'm sorry. That's not how it works. Right? At times we will struggle. I don't know how long those times will be. But at times we will struggle. And if you don't want that, I'm sorry. Go find your Jeff Bezos. I've said this already. I'm an average man, right? Average. So I'm sorry. At best, we will struggle from time to time. That's average life, right? Life will be good and bad, right? And sometimes it may be bad a lot of times, but there will be good times as well. But again, if you can't handle the bad, right? That's the problem.
A huge service by leaving him because you're horrible to have even married him. Not as a person. I don't know you as a person, but
no, you're horrible as a person too. This is why women should not talk. Right? They want to cater to fucking other women. Oh, because the crowd said, "Oh," I was like, "Shut up." She is a horrible person. She is a horrible person. She literally wants to leave her husband because he's not providing for her. What happened to through rich and poor, right? You don't want to be with him poor. You don't want to struggle with him. So you are a horrible person. You are a horrible person because you want to interfere with another man's relationship, right? You are a horrible person because you're accepting a dirtbag of a man that would leave his baby mom, right? Who sounds like he's currently in a relationship with, right? She said he would risk it all, right? She said that man would risk it all. Why the fuck would you want a man that will risk it all? The woman that he's with has his child and he will risk it all? You are a terrible woman. You're a terrible woman. So yes, bitch, you are a terrible woman. You are a horrible woman. Straight up. Like, don't pander to women. Oh, terrible. How can you say that to a woman? Bitch, are you not listening to the same thing I'm listening to? She is a terrible woman. She's a horrible woman.
you have even married somebody out of convenience and out of obligation because you probably just wanted to be married. I think you guys should both go your separate ways so that you can find people who love you and who you love.
Let me just add this point. If you love someone based on conditions, when they do not meet those conditions, you are going to try to find a way out. If God loved us based...
That's the thing where I said this before, right? I will say this to men. Find a woman, right, that have qualities that you will love for the rest of your life. In my opinion, that's how I view it, right? I'm a commitment kind of guy. So I find a woman that I want to love for her qualities, right? If she's cute, if she's attractive enough, that's fine. But I'm not looking for a woman that's like a 7, an 8, a 9, right? Shit like that fades. Beauty will fade. Beauty will 100% fade. So brothers, choose a woman based on morals, personality, principles, right? Choose a woman based on who she is inside. Maybe that's my stupid flowery self, but that's how I view it. Because hopefully deeper shit doesn't fade easily, right? Who she is hopefully a lifelong thing. Okay? It's a risk, but everything in life is a risk. When you choose people, right? Like women choose men based on wealth, right? Based on their resources. But again, most men won't be Jeff Bezos. Resources won't be infinite. They'll be finite. I'm sorry. Most men's resources will be finite. It won't be infinite, right? Most men are not Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, and shit like that. So his resources won't go that long, won't go that far for that long. But if a woman went with you based on your resources, she will leave you based on your resources. If a woman got with you based on your looks, she will leave you based on your looks, right?
Based on conditions.
I agree, Sean. I agree. If she wants to go back to Pookie, I won't stop her. Hell, I will hold the door open for her and tell her bye, Felicia, on her way to out the door. See that exactly right? That's exactly right. I hope her husband sees this, right? I hope her husband sees this. Because that man, he's either a doormat or he's a fucking man, right? He's either a doormat or he's a fucking man. And if he's a man, he will open the door for her. Go, leave. Go to that Pookie, right? I may be struggling right now, but I'm going to pick myself back up. I don't need you to do that, right? I don't need you. I'm going to pick myself back up. And you wonder why, you also wonder why men don't talk about men's struggles with women, right? Like women prove this all the time, right? Like, oh, men don't share their feelings with women. Bitch, you see what happens? You see what happens? You see that I won't be controversial, right? We see the stories, right? When a man, like, he loses his job, he won't tell his wife, right? A man that loses his job won't tell his wife. Why? Why would a man lose his job and won't tell his wife? Bitch, exhibit A. Exhibit A. Because she's ready to leave. Now, I'm not saying that's because there are some cases where he doesn't tell his wife and then he kills her or what shit like that, right? He goes crazy, right? Don't go crazy. But it's like, you wonder why, right? You wonder why men that go through hardships won't tell their wife. Why would men go through hardships and don't tell their wives? Exhibit A, right? Women prove men right all the time, right? Women prove men right all the time. Like, listen to the thing. Red pill, right? Red pill isn't made up shit. Red pill is life. It's reality, right? It may not be life. It may not be reality and life for 100% of people, right? It may not be reality and life for 100% of people, but it's reality and life for people in general, right? For majority of people. And when I say majority, it gotta be at least 51%, right? So red pill men, manosphere, men that have wisdom aren't bullshitting you, right? They're talking to you through experience, through logic, right? Through logical opinions. Right? We've been through this, right? We've been through this shit. We've seen it. We've seen it multiple times. We know how, like, we don't listen to what women say, right? We don't listen to women say, I will love you through rich and poor, through sickness and health. No. I will leave you if I find something better. I will leave you if you become worse, right? If you are not the man that I want anymore. I will leave you if you changed, right? Now you're poor. Now you're broke. Now you can't provide. You changed.
Talk about it.
You have to make a decision to love someone. You may have moments to where you fall out of love, but you got to make that decision every day. We talking about, it may be some situational stuff. What if she go through menopause and then he just say, I don't love her no more, and I'm going to deal with my ex and stuff like that? We'll be beating him down. So
that is true, right? If it was reverse and he left her because, I don't know, didn't give him sex anymore, right? Women would be outraged, right? Imagine if a man cheats. If he cheat because she stopped giving him sex, women would be outraged, right? You would call him a horrible person, right? You would call him a horrible person. You wouldn't like, oh no, I don't know if you're a horrible person, but in this marriage, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you would say he's a horrible person. You won't soften the blow. You won't soften the blow for him. But hey, if it's a woman, you're going to soften the blow. This is that weak ass shit. This is why women shouldn't talk. I'm sorry. Right? Not all women, but in general, this is why a lot of women shouldn't talk. Because the hypocrisy, the delusion comes out. But what do you guys think? Exactly. Doesn't matter what reason. If any man leaves any woman, he's the villain every time. Facts. 100%. I agree. So lean into it. Give her a story to tell her jealous friends. I love it. Yo, evil. I love it. You lean into the villain role. I love it. Guys, thank you for being here tonight. Right? I love you. You guys are amazing. That is it for tonight. Guys, please, right? I have a bunch of, I'm uploading YouTube shorts, right? Please check them out. Comment if you can. Like them if you could. It helps me out. Please check out my other videos, right? Please check out my other videos. Help me support, help support me. All I'm asking is just check them out, right? All I'm asking is just check out my videos. Like those videos. Comment if you can, right? Even a small comment. Right, it helps me out. So please check out my videos. Yeah, that is it, guys. I love you. Ethan, thank you for being here, my brother. Evo Eddie, I love you. Sean, thank you for the love. Whiskey, I love you. Laughing Man, you're amazing. Gambler, I'm gonna say Gambler. Thank you for stopping by. Sean, I love you again. I love you. Who else? Anyone else I forgot? Organic. Thank you for being here. I love ya. Steve, thank you for being here. Werewolf. Guys, thank you for being here. I love you. You guys are amazing. Right? Alfie, you back at the end? You're back at the end. You got to rewind the live. You got to rewind the live and check it out, right? You got to rewind the live and check it out, right? But again, like I said, guys, please subscribe if you haven't. Please check out my other videos. Please check out my YouTube shorts, right? Comment if you could. But yeah, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I see you guys in the next live. Later.